Hello everyone and welcome back to Mindful Living. I was away from my plants for 3 whole months, so in today's video I'm going to take you along with me as I do some plant chores. I'll also share some of my favorite plants in my collection, so stay tuned. So I got time off to study for my first medical board exam, and I took advantage of the opportunity and went home to see family and friends in Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. But I'm back now and I'm actually starting my 3rd year as a clinical student. So yay! And I also passed my board exam, so yay for that as well. While I was away, I had friends water my plants, but there are some plants that are in need of a little extra TLC, so today we're going to be giving them that extra TLC. So while we're doing these plant chores, I'll also give you guys a mini tour of my plants. This one right here is called the Calathea laberciana, and it's native to Brazil. I think it goes along well with the colors of the Brazilian flag. And it's a part of the Maranta family, and they have these beautiful long stems that you can actually propagate. So as you saw, this plant has some leaves that are yellowing and some that are almost dead. But why am I cutting them off? Why not just, let them be? It turns out that cutting off these dead and yellowing leaves can really have some great benefits for your plant. So one is that it actually improves the overall health and appearance of the plant. So if you cut off these dead leaves, it's no brainer, the plant's gonna look prettier. Another thing is that it actually frees up nutrients for the rest of the plant. So this leaf that's, not going to recover, you just snip it off and the nutrients that were going to go to that leaf actually goes to other leaves that are actually doing really well. So it really helps the plant encouraging new growth, and it also prevents the spread of diseases and pests. So in a previous video, I shared with you guys the importance of wiping down your plant leaves. And I know, it sounds extra, but believe me, it has a huge impact on the overall health of your plant. Because basically your plants breathe through their leaves. So if they're not able to breathe properly, then they're not going to be healthy. So I'll just link the video here below. You can check it out if you want to, but don't knock it until you try it. So next up we have this Calathea orbifolia. This plant can actually get really big, and I really love how beautiful the leaves are. It was actually much bigger before, but as you can see, unfortunately some of the leaves aren't doing so well. I actually thought I was going to lose this plant. My friend sent me this photo while I was away. There was this really hot summer day and this poor Calathea really suffered. But now we're just going to snip away some of the dead leaves and wipe it down. And look at how luscious it looks. I think it's safe to say it's making a full recovery. Now this next plant is a personal favorite. I really love my money tree. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this plant around. This is a really popular plant. I got it over a year ago at Trader Joe's, and look how much it has grown. I'm so proud of this plant. I'm so happy with it. This is a philodendron that I bought a couple months back. I actually don't know what kind of philodendron it is, but if anyone knows, please comment below because I would really love to know. And it's another one of those plants that did just so well while I was away. So all I'm going to do is just wipe down the leaves. And guys, look at the difference that wiping down the leaves makes. It just glistens and glows. Okay, so I know that as a plant mom, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but look, I already broke that rule so many times. This Monstera is one of my top 3 favorites. I love that you can start out with a small plant and just watch it grow and develop these holes in the leaves, which are actually called fenestrations. It's so beautiful to watch. It's also called the Swiss cheese plant because, well, it looks like Swiss cheese. This plant is actually looking really healthy, so I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to wipe down the leaves and let it be glorious. My Peperomia Obtusifolia is looking really lovely, so I'm actually just going to wipe it down. I have 2 of them, but this first one really stole my heart. I mean, the second one is fine, but this first one, I just really love it. It has those hints of yellow that just kind of brightens your day, so that's why that one's my favorite. Okay, so now on to this Philodendron Birkin, which honestly doesn't even live up to its name. I mean, what part of this plant looks bougie? I bought it because I saw it at a store and it was really cheap actually, because these plants can be very expensive. And I was very excited, but it hasn't really grown much. And as you can see, 2 of the leaves actually turned brown. It seems to have recovered though, and it put out a new leaf, so I'm just going to snip these brown ones and see what happens, but to be honest, I'm not that excited about this plant anymore. I got this orchid for my birthday last year, and since then it's actually rebloomed once, so I was very surprised about that because I hear people have a very hard time getting orchids to rebloom, but it did it once, so I'm really hoping that it will do it again. But I really love this plant. I'm just hoping for it to rebloom. Now this part's a little bit sad. My Peperomia Hope got very leggy, unfortunately. This actually happened to me before because I had put it in a spot that wasn't receiving a lot of light, and I think while I was away this plant got moved a bit. So I'm just going to snip them off. It will regrow. As you can see, right here where you see those spots, that's where I cut it off before, and it actually produced this new growth, so I'm hoping it will do the same again and become a happier, healthier plant. I think this may be my favorite Tradescantia. These pink hues are just to die for. And this is another one that I snagged from Trader Joe's. It honestly was a steal, and I got it around Easter, so that's why it's in this very adorable bunny planter. So you know how we don't talk about Bruno? We also don't talk about this Pilea peperomioides. So moving on, all I have to say is it is a struggle. Now this is one plant that is absolutely thriving. When I left, this is what it looked like, and now it's touching the floor. So I think I'll actually have to give it a trim. Maybe I'll do a video on how to propagate cutting, so look out for that soon, but this plant is just taken off and there's no stopping. So that's it. That's the end of today's video. Our mini plant tour, plant chore. Maybe we should do, that should be a thing, plant tour and chore. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you know that you like this kind of content. So see you guys next time.